Homelessness has become an ever-growing crisis in the United States. In 2023, approximately 653,000 people, roughly 20 out of every 10,000 people, were homeless. That's a 12% increase in just 1 year. But homelessness is not a new issue. It's a problem that has been building for decades, fueled by economic downturns, political indifference, and flawed systems. Today, we'll take a closer look at the root causes of homelessness, its impacts, and the dire consequences of allowing this issue to persist. The history of homelessness in the U.S. dates back to significant economic upheavals. During the Great Depression of the 1930s, millions of Americans lost their jobs, homes, and livelihoods. Entire families were displaced. It wasn't until World War II that the country's economy began to recover, primarily due to the production of wartime goods. However, mass homelessness didn't truly disappear until decades later, as the economy healed. The Great Recession, which began in the early 2000s, was triggered by a housing bubble. Financial institutions issued risky mortgages to families who couldn't afford them. When the bubble burst in 2007, home prices plummeted and millions of families lost their homes. The resulting job losses and business failures led to widespread economic instability. The Great Recession's short-term solutions only led to a slow and uneven recovery.
Signs were everywhere, but now it's official, we are in a recession. The research group that makes that determination made it today and said the recession actually started a year ago. But the question now, when will it end?
It is clearly a lopsided recovery. There are 3 million fewer jobs than in December 2007, and the unemployment rate is 7.7%. There's been a spike in the number of people out of work for 6 months or more, 4 times higher than when the recession began.
Low-income families, in particular, have never fully regained financial stability. For many, the lasting impact is homelessness, which continues to grow as the economy struggles to provide affordable housing and opportunities. As homelessness grows, cities have taken drastic steps to hide or push homeless populations out of sight. This has led to the rise of hostile architecture, a design strategy that aims to restrict behaviors in public spaces. In cities like Los Angeles, public spaces are designed to be uncomfortable for the homeless. Benches with armrests, spikes under bridges, and public seating that's deliberately made uncomfortable. Local governments often fund these projects, trying to protect property values and discourage homeless encampments. But this approach only pushes the problem further, creating more divides between the rich and poor, without solving the root cause of homelessness.
Dad's sick, no rent, mates want cash lent. Mum shouts the cost, our flat gets lost. My Barbie moans, no home or bone. Move house, move school, B and B rules.
If the homelessness crisis continues to grow, the economic consequences will be severe. The U.S. healthcare system, already under strain, will face even greater challenges as homeless populations are more vulnerable to chronic diseases, mental health issues, and substance abuse. Emergency services will be overwhelmed, leading to a public health crisis. Shelters already at capacity won't be able to keep up with the rising number of people in need of shelter. Cities will face growing economic pressures, spending more on public health interventions and law enforcement, while struggling to address the systemic issues causing homelessness in the first place. While homelessness is a complex issue, there are solutions that can make a real difference. One such solution is Housing First, which prioritizes giving people a stable place to live before addressing other issues like mental health or addiction.
Housing First just says that people who become homeless need to get back into a home as quickly as possible,
without a lot of preconditions. Because services like drug treatment, healthcare, and job training all work better if a person has a stable place to call home.
This approach has shown remarkable success in reducing homelessness. Governments must also invest in long-term solutions, such as affordable housing and supportive services. Rather than focusing on temporary fixes like hostile architecture, we need to address the root causes of homelessness: poverty, lack of affordable housing, and inadequate social services. Only then can we create a sustainable solution that benefits everyone. Homelessness isn't just a problem for the homeless, it's a crisis that affects us all. We must come together to find lasting solutions, whether it's supporting programs like Housing First, advocating for affordable housing, or helping those in need. Each of us has a role to play. Let's work toward a future where no one has to experience the fear, pain, and uncertainty of homelessness. Time to act is now.